I'm against the death penalty, but I'm not a pacifist. There are certain people in the world I wouldn't mind seeing dead. Unless you're the Pope or the Dalai Lama, there's a good chance you feel the same way. But I'm still against the death penalty. And I'd like to use a thought experiment to try to explain why. Here's what I'd like for you to do. Close your eyes and imagine someone who you love more than life itself. Someone who you would literally sacrifice your own life to save. I always picture my own wife and son. Now comes the painful part of this experiment. I want you to close your eyes and imagine someone evil doing something violent and hurtful to that person you love. Hold on to that image and to the feeling that image creates. That feeling is the reason we have the death penalty. But now I'd like you to do a second experiment with me. I want you to picture that same person that you pictured a moment ago, that person who you love. But this time, instead of picturing that person as a victim, picture that person as a criminal. This can be difficult to do. It's hard to imagine someone you love committing a horrible act. If your loved one has caused someone else to experience agonizing pain, there's a chance that someone else thinks that your loved one should be executed. What would you say to that person? When my client Christian Oliver was executed last November, the first thing that he did was to apologize to the two sons of the man he had murdered. Then he told his mom and his dad and his brother and his sister, all of whom were there to witness the execution, that he loved them. Then he recited the Lord's Prayer. The day before the execution, I went to death row to tell Christian goodbye. And as I arrived, his parents were leaving, having just finished their final visit with their youngest child. I watched them and felt like a spy as they shuffled down the linoleum floor towards the prison gate. Christian Oliver was a gentle young man who did one very terrible thing. And as a result, his daughter is being raised by her grandparents. Some people whose loved ones commit murder abandon them and say nothing in their behalf. But most people believe that their loved ones should be spared no matter what horrible thing they've done. Why is that? I wrote this book because I'm interested in the answer to that question, and because I believe that the answer to that question is what proves that the death penalty is wrong.